These two babies, Ariel and Kafir Bibas, and their mother Shiri, were killed by Israel. Let me repeat. These two Bibas babies and their mother were killed by Israel. Did you hear me? Why am I emphasizing this? Because now that the resistance announced that this Saturday they will be returning the bodies of the killed Bibas family along with 6 other prisoners of war, the Zionists and Israelis are going into their typical desperation hasbara and propaganda mode that the Western news media eats up, attempting to, 1, try and lie about who killed these babies, and 2, even more pathetically, some are going as far as to try and make it seem like they are still alive, playing on the IOF lie that they cannot confirm nor deny their death because the IOF in fact killed them, so that when their bodies are handed over, it becomes a big propaganda story that they were just killed by Hamas. What everyone tends to forget is that Palestinians are the best at keeping receipts. Here's a timeline of events for you. Israel bombs the hostages and killed these two babies and their mother. Hamas immediately issues a statement that this happened back on November 29th, 2023. That's over 14 months ago. Hamas then offered to provide their bodies to the family for a proper burial on January 12th, 2023. Israel ignored this, to avoid confirming the deaths of these babies, as Israel never gave a flying shit about them other than to posterize them and make them into a marketing campaign to continue the Holocaust in the entirety of Gaza. Don't think for one second that the Palestinian resistance wouldn't have just as easily put a bullet into those prisoners of war who were IOF soldiers that killed babies that they released back to Israel before killing a baby. Do you understand that logic? Even their father, who was clearly pissed off about all of this, made a video admitting that Netanyahu and Israel bombed and killed his family. Here's the video. And I don't even know why I'm telling you this, as if it's some sort of surprise, when we know they literally killed their other hostages and the majority of the Israelis killed on October 7th through the Hannibal Directive. And don't you dare forget, Israel has a habit of paying off and coercing their citizens to stay silent and do their bidding with their lies and propaganda, or arrest them if they don't comply. So my message to all of you, not just all my followers, but to everyone that sees this, don't be fooled by the bullshit that they're trying to resurface as something it's not, because we've known the truth all along. And for those of you pushing this bullshit propaganda, all Zios and non-Zios included, as well as those whom have been silent and feel the need to chirp up now that 2 Israeli babies whom were killed over a year ago by Israel are now suddenly back in the news cycle because Israel wants them to be to fulfill their continuation of a Holocaust, get the fuck off your high horse and sit the fuck back down. Because on this phone, right here, recording me right now, I have thousands of murdered Palestinian children and babies in photos and videos without heads, arms, legs, brains, and innards exposed, and body parts assembled into fucking bags and boxes, all compliments of the terrorist state of Israel. We have witnessed day after day after day after day of children and babies getting slaughtered before our very eyes for 15 months straight. Look at me while I say this. No baby and no child should ever be killed. Period. But listen to me closely while I say this as well. No baby and no child should ever be placed above or treated as superior to another baby or child because of a different race or ethnicity. Period. So let's see how this plays out this week.